my name is Dean Thompson and welcome to another Escape to Gaming. Today I want to kind of take a few minutes, go over some new recent pickups I got. As if I don't have enough games I can't get up to speed with as it is. My mom and pop store had an incredible deal on games. I mean, they're already really cheap as it is. They were even cheaper, and I got a really good coupon that was emailed to me and I couldn't resist. So I went down and picked up a few more games. I'm going to take a few minutes and show you some of these new pickups that I got kind of for my first quarter here. That's going to wrap up most of the older games I'm going to get this year. There might be a couple that'll trickle in over the next few months, but this is pretty much it. This kind of gets my current selection of games I've wanted to play up to speed. So I'm going to show you those, and also I kind of want to talk about these new consoles and this new tech and technology coming out with gaming. I'm very encouraged and very excited, and I want to hear your input on it as well. So anyway, here's my immediate pickups. So as far as my recent pickups, as if I need more games to add to the list of games that I haven't already played, these are ones that I've actually been wanting to get, some of them for, a year and a half, 2 years now, because I've seen reviews of them. Classic Game Room also covers a lot of really cool reviews of older games that have been out for a while. I get excited, so I add them to my list. I look, naturally like many of us, when they're on sale or special deal, I get a great incentive. This local mom and pop store already had incredible prices, and I got some killer coupons in the mail, plus I accumulate these points, so I was able to get a lot of these games for half price. So the games are already like $12, I'm getting for $5 and $6, and so I couldn't resist. So this was going to be my last big pickup, the first half of the year. This will keep me going for quite some time. Not to say that there won't be a couple other games that I may get coming out, but these are them. Now, a friend of mine, Maurice at Bloodburger Games, good friend of mine from West LA, really good gamer, wonderful channel, and again, very constructive, positive, in-depth reviews. I like his channel very, very much. Well, he was kind of sitting on the fence. He wanted to get this new PS4, and he wasn't sure if he was going to get a PS3, but he wanted to get a PS3, and I was just kind of telling him about the exclusives that I've enjoyed, and that many of us have, already seen a lot of footage on, reviews on. And so we were talking about the, PlayStation 3, and I go, well, come to think of it, I should round out my collection as well and get some more of these exclusives. So, anyway, here they are. These are PlayStation 3 games that I got recently. I love the first Uncharted, and I played the first half of Uncharted 2. This is an incredible game. Again, because I had so much fun. I got 650 achievement points in my Tomb Raider, Xbox 360 game I played recently. This game is very much like Tomb Raider. I love the attention to detail, the graphics, an Indiana Jones type adventure. Wonderful game. Very excited about playing playing right from the beginning, this whole Uncharted 2. Very, very cool. Great game. Wonderful graphics. Great story. Great gameplay. We have Uncharted 3. Another one which I can't wait. It's just, I want to play the other one first. So these are two games I'm very much looking forward to. Again, more of the same, but just a wonderful adventure. Worth the cost of a PlayStation 3 alone. Even the first one I think is really that good. Resistance 3 is another one. I love Resistance 1. I've yet to play Resistance 2 yet, but this looks good as well. The graphics look incredible. Another wonderfully immersive PlayStation 3 exclusive, and so I'm very much looking forward to getting into this once I play the second one. Okay, now getting onto my Xbox 360 games. I just recently did a review of this Walking Dead Survival Instinct. I love this game. I can't wait to see if, I don't know if they'll come out with any other DLC or whatever, but I can't wait to see how the game ends and the story and everything. I'm still having fun with this now. What happens, I got on BioShock Infinite, which I love very, very much, and I've had to kind of shelf this one for right now. I kind of want to finish the wonderful immersion of BioShock Infinite first, then I'll get back into this, but I love this game. This is going to be my go-to zombie game from now on, even more, I think, than Riptide and the other ones. In fact, I may not even get Riptide initially, because I'm having so much fun with this one, and I really do need to finish the first Dead Island first before even getting into Riptide, which I think will just be kind of an extension of the original story. So anyway, there's that one. Now this is a game that's been hated. Just the fact that it's hated by so many people makes me curious to play it. So I started playing this. I'm already getting a few achievements, and I'm probably 2/3 of the way through this in like one night. It's not a very long game, so I think I got like 3 levels left. I actually like the game. I think that I'm a big Mickey Rourke fan. I have been since the 80s, followed his career early on, Pope of Greenwich Village, many wonderful other, Angel Heart, other great movies that he was in early on. So I love hearing his voice, a lot of, F-bombs and what have you, but That's why we like it. It's Mickey Rourke, for crying out loud. So again, it's a kind of a tough Navy SEAL, goes in, cuts first, asks questions later, kind of a deal. Really cool gameplay. Kind of stale graphics, fairly, mediocre, nothing earth-shattering, but I still like some of the level design, solid FPS action, some interesting stealth, which when you can use it, but I do like the animations with the, severe melee kills, and the signature kills are pretty cool in this. This is a game I've actually seen a couple of reviews on. It looks very interesting, called The Outfit. This is one that I'll find the time and play it. I think it's kind of a squad-based tactical shooter. I think it's a third-person shooter. It looks pretty interesting. So, because I love World War II and love World War II games, I couldn't resist this one. Enslaved. Now, I love platformers. This is a game that I've seen Zeitgeist Game Reviews. Dan Williams did a wonderful review of this years ago. It still sticks in my head today. I love immersion with good story and gameplay, and even like the new Tomb Raider. I absolutely love platforming. I don't know what it is. It goes back to the early days of the Super NES games or what have you, but this looks very, very encouraging. God, this was like, $4 or $5. I feel guilty getting it so cheap. I feel like I should give more money for it. So it looks very good. I'm anxious to install this one. This won't be one that I'll be playing fairly soon, I think. Now, I haven't played all of the first Fear yet, and I certainly haven't played any of the second one, but I know I'm going to like the series, and there's some people that really like the Fear 3. It has some wonderful art direction, gore, interesting game dynamics as you can play between these two different brothers. This looks very, very cool. So some people say it's scary, some people say it's not. All I know is the first two scare the crap out of me. From what I've seen in reviews and trailer footage, look really intense. And like I said, I played maybe 3 or 4 levels of the first one. Very intense, and actually a quite challenging game. So I'm anxious to see how this one holds out and fares in comparison. Now, I already had and played and beat. I got a pretty high achievement score on Sniper Elite V2. This is my favorite sniping game. Well, they had this new Silver Star Edition that, guy at GameStop, my friend, the manager, knew nothing about it. I didn't know if it was, a whole new game, or apparently it's just the same game, but with all the DLC packs. So I think there's like 3 or 4 single-player extra missions, which you can play, which is, to me, is well worth the cost of it. And it has multiplayer maps and extra weapons as well. Instead of all of the, the DLC packs, which I have, I think, one of. I already had the Kill Hitler DLC already when I first got to pre-order the game, but now I can get all of the DLC packs in one nice package. So this is a great game. I'm really looking forward to getting back in and playing more of this. This is my favorite sniper game. The X-ray death animations are over the top. It just makes it, it never gets old for me personally. So it shows my morbid taste and the kind of bloody, gory death animations, but I really do want to play this one and look forward to it. Now, my good friend Gary at GameStorm was shocked that I hadn't played the Half-Life 2 games. He says, dude, get the orange box. They're kind of pricey if you can find them. Well, I looked at GameStop, and you can get for $35, really scratched up. I mean, it looked like they were coasters on your coffee table for drinks or something. They were just totally marred up. So I'm a fanatic. I only get discs that are clean with no fingerprints, scratches, anything. So my mom and pop store even had this game. I think I paid $14.99, an absolute mint condition copy of it, perfect disc, excellent condition. I mean, I really was delighted. The booklet has a couple, wrinkled page on the front of it, but other than that, it's in great shape. This is a must-play game from what I've heard. Everyone raves about the immersion. Of course, it also comes with the very first Portal as well, which I'm excited to play. So, this is very exciting. I can't wait to play this. This is another one that I'm just dying to get into one of these days. And then, of course, I just showed my unboxing video of the new BioShock 1, 2, and 3 with BioShock Infinite. So, this one I'm currently in. I'm enjoying the hell out of this BioShock Infinite. I honestly can't tell you how much fun I'm having with it. I just love the art direction. I like that it has something, it has a social commentary that's built into the game. Now, I haven't seen anything in the way of spoilers. I don't know what's coming in the story, and I'm dying to finish it, to wrap it up. Unfortunately, my work has been 7 days a week lately, so I'm getting 90 minutes here and an hour there on this game. This is a game I almost was going to wait till I could sit through and play it all the way through, 5-6 hour chunks at a time. But it is what it is, and I'm enjoying this one. I'm not even putting anything else on my console till I beat this game. This game is just so, it's all I think about all day at work. You know, I'm a painter by trade. It's a boring job. There's not a lot of brain surgery to it. And so quite often, you know, I'll daydream, kind of go off in my mind and think about what I'm going to play that night or what, you know, TV show I'm looking forward to. This BioShock Infinite is unbelievable. So I can't recommend this enough. Certainly will be a Game of the Year contender. Very much looking forward to finishing this game up and doing a review of this one very soon. So anyway, that's my pickups. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about these next gen consoles coming out and things that we're all looking forward to this year, especially with E3 coming up. Now, as far as these new consoles, I'm really excited about what's coming out. You know, I watched the whole live 2-hour PlayStation presentation of the new PlayStation 4 and was very excited, very encouraged. Like I've said many times before, I think we're living in a renaissance of gaming today. Everything that's led up from throughout the 90s is wonderful and incredible as that was. We couldn't top the PS1. I was totally blown away. And, you know, and even the Panasonic 3DO at the time, that was so incredible. And then the PS2 came out, and it just blew my mind. And then, of course, you know, the regular Xbox and the PlayStation 2 games were getting better and better right up to the end. And then, of course, you know, the new Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, which many of us have just saturated. You know, we've already kind of blown through every game there is on it. Myself would be the exception, as I'm kind of, you know, 5 years behind on a lot of those games. But again, I'm very, very excited. I want to hear from you what you think, what you're looking forward to with these next-gen consoles, the new technology, game engines, everything coming out. I want to hear which one you're kind of looking at getting and the reasons why. Is it because of exclusives? Is it because, you know, you're more of a fanboy to one system or the other? Which, by the way, I'm really not. I'm very open-minded. I like both units. I actually was a die-hard PlayStation person first and foremost, and later kind of learned to appreciate the Xbox and some of the many wonderful exclusives on that, especially the Forza series. I love, as a car guy, I really love the Forza series very, very much. And the Halo, not as much as some of the die-hard Halo fans, but it does have some great exclusives. The Gears of War series, too, is really cool. Another one that I've only played part of the very first Gears, and I'm anxious to get into more of those as well. So, but, you know, I just saw this, you know, press conference, and it just blew my mind with the graphics, the direction of the graphics, the new Killzone trailer especially just looked, I mean, unbelievable. The detail in it. These new gaming engines are very, very powerful. We're going to be able to create worlds of immersion like never before. This is going to be fantastic, guys. I'm really pumped. I can hardly wait for E3 to see what Microsoft has up their sleeves. So I'm kind of wanting to kind of wait and see what they're coming out with. I also was very excited about the Wii U, to be honest with you. Near the end of last year, I think November, December, very pumped. I like what I saw with the Zombie U, and even bringing in some of these older Nintendo games up to speed, you know, for a new audience and a new console. I thought it was a great idea, but I'm still very bummed out. They're just not. There's nothing forthcoming as to what they're coming out with. There's nothing really to hang on. Nothing that's going to make me go out. I'd rather, frankly, I might go out and be more inclined to get an extra backup Xbox 360 Slim in case my old, you know, 09 360, you know, dies of me one of these days, before I'd even take the time and money really to get into one of these Wii U's. I'm a little bit dismayed over it. I would like to see more as to what they've got up their sleeves. And if Nintendo all of a sudden come out with another, you know, 10 new wonderful games in the next 6 months, then who knows? I'd be very encouraged. I like the little handheld tablet concept. I think that Nintendo's a great company. I like where they've been. I was a die-hard Super Nintendo person. I never had a regular, the first, first gen Nintendo system, but I loved my Super NES and had a stack of games. I think it was a couple feet high of cartridges. I just loved the system. So I want to see what's coming out with that. But right now, I'm more excited about the PS4 and this new, you know, Durango or 720 or whatever the hell it is. It really looks good, and I haven't seen too much on it. And Microsoft obviously is going to probably keep it a secret till, you know, E3. But I'm very excited. So take the time. This is one timer, really more than usual. Would love to see what you have to say, what you're looking forward to, what you're kind of leaning towards, what you're more inclined to buy and why. And also this whole thing with this kind of nebulous, you know, cloud thing. Everything is going to be, you know, you can play old games, but only through this cloud system, which I'm kind of nervous about. I like physical media. I have a collection of almost 5,000, you know, DVDs and Blu-rays, and even some really rare old VHS tapes from, you know, 1,000 years ago. I have a huge CD collection as well. My gaming collection, is slowly getting there. I got a long ways to go. But I love physical games, media, movies, music, all of that, to where you have it. No matter what happens, you always have it. I want something to go, all of a sudden something goes one day and I just lost, oh God, where did it go? And I've lost, 10 games or 100 games or whatever. Kind of makes me nervous. So I'm still kind of an old-fashioned person. I don't play cassettes anymore or anything like that. But, again, I'm trying to be open-minded. I embrace new technology. I love to see something new come to the table. I'm all open for that. But I'm kind of dismayed that we don't have this backwards compatibility with the new systems. Again, I haven't seen completely what Microsoft is going to offer yet, so I don't want to speak out of turn. But I'm not real thrilled about this downloadable only deal. In fact, I could have just recently got the Telltale Games The Walking Dead episodic thing, and I could have just got it through the the Microsoft, through the point cards, and downloaded it. But it's kind of nice to have all of them in one disc. I like that. And in fact, I just got, I just talked about my brand new Sniper Elite V2 Silver Star Edition, which has all of the extra DLC packs for the single player missions, all the weapons, multiplayer maps, all in one nice package. It's just kind of nice. By then they've got all the bugs out of it. They get all the DLC together. It's in one nice disc. So I kind of like that. I'm not opposed to a downloadable only kind of a deal, and maybe I'll be sold on it, but I already see we're going to end up with a PS2 to play the old PS1 and PS2 games along with an analog TV. Then I got to have my PS3 and Xbox 360, and maybe even an old Xbox to play some of those old Xbox favorites too. And then now I'll probably have to get another backup, Xbox 360 Slim in case my other one takes a dump, get a data transfer cable, and work with that. And then I've got to have the new PS4. So I already see a lot of HDMI cables and analog RCA cables being plugged in and out and all that. I'm not real thrilled about that. I think that what they should do is at least offer a deal that maybe has a couple doors. You have a one disc tray door for some of the older games, and then some of the newer ones. And naturally, these game companies are already thinking to the future. They want to curb the market on a lot of these used games that they're losing money on. I can understand that from a business perspective. But I think it'd be nice for those that want it all. They should offer maybe a better unit. Maybe it's $150 more. I don't care what it costs. I'll pay it. Like Hemingway said, pheasant hunting was worth whatever price you have to pay for it. If it's something I really like, then I'll shell out the big bucks for it if I think it's going to meet my needs. I think if they took the time to make a unit that could play the old games and the new games, I think they'd be surprised by the hardcore gamers that would really jump on board with that and buy that. Probably would spend a little bit more money for it. So I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Just something that I like to see. So, and what was the other deal? Oh, this new Oculus Rift thing. Rev 3 Games actually showed this incredible demonstration, and they had an interview with a guy that's invented this with this new technology that just a couple years ago we couldn't even do. And this new virtual reality headset thing looks really immersive. This is another direction which I never even saw coming, and I'm quite excited. I think, in fact, John Carmack from id Software has also been working on his own version of it at the same time. So I don't know if he has anything to do with this new Oculus Rift version, or maybe he's going to come up with his own at the same time. The guy's a genius. I wouldn't be surprised what he'll have up his sleeves. But this is very exciting. We are living in a renaissance of gaming. Wonderful options, wonderful gameplay, incredible graphic engines. I just saw another demo on this new Unreal Engine that just came out for these new Unreal games, especially in the next-gen consoles, and it just blew me right out of the water. I just can't believe it. So I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm old-fashioned. I like a lot of the old things from the 70s and 80s and all that, but I also love technology. I like to see things advance. I like to see immersion get even more immersive, escapism get even better, as we're living in a world where everything is kind of getting, falling apart around us. We escape through our minds. We escape through this wonderful world of gaming that many of us have been there since the beginning. No matter how old we were, we have wonderful memories growing up with games. Games saved us from a life of drudgery, homework, school, whatever. The pain of life. In other words, I come home, I'm just sore. I do physical work for a living, and it's hard. And it's just sometimes I just melt away, almost like taking a hot bath. It just feels so good to just sit on my couch, crack a beer open, for crying out loud. Is it too much to ask? Sit down, relax, and just take in a wonderful experience. I love it. I know many of you love it too. So post in the comments what you're looking forward to. Post the things that you want to see coming, because I kind of like your input because I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know that I'll get one of each when they first come out. I may have to be selective, like many of you, like many of us. We all have to watch the money we have, so I'm going to have to think about it carefully. So I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. So thank you very much. I'll have more things coming up soon, reviews and rants and what have you, but I appreciate the time you take to watch my videos. I know a lot of them are kind of long and what have you, but it really means a lot to me. So again, guys, enjoy your games and have a wonderful 213. We've got some wonderful things in store for us up ahead. Thanks for watching.